If you make any human being your model, let it be the Apostle Paul. Considering him merely as a man, what noble and elevated sentiments he possessed, what undaunted courage he displayed. John Williams, 19th century missionary. The Christian Medical and Dental Associations is honored to present the 2013 Servant of Christ Award to Dr. Richard and Mrs. Millie Bransford. Established in 1972, the Servant of Christ Award honors those whose careers exemplify commitment to medical excellence along with a stalwart faith in Jesus Christ. Like many of the great missionaries and evangelists of the past, the Bransfords' journey as servants of Christ carried them to numerous far-reaching locations in countries around the world. As this year's recipients, their career in medical missions spans more than 3 decades as they blend their commitment to Christ with service to others through a remarkable dedication to excellence in medicine. Dr. Bransford was born in Long Beach, California. He began his educational path in his home state at Compton College and completed his degree in physics at UCLA. But he soon headed to the East Coast for medical school, where he married his wife Millie in 1965. Millie studied mathematics at the College of William and Mary and was a charter member of the school's chapter of InterVarsity Christian Fellowship. Richard graduated from Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine in Maryland in 1967. He had surgical residency positions in West Virginia and Nebraska. Afterwards, he served 2 years as a surgeon in the Air Force in Washington. In 1975, their journey began following an international course, as he and Millie traveled first to Switzerland with AIM International. While in Switzerland, they spent time trying to learn French in preparation for future work, while also raising their small children. In 1976, Richard earned a degree in tropical medicine in Antwerp, Belgium. With that training in hand, the Bransford family set their course for the mission field. It's a life path that they have remained committed to for more than 3 decades. Dr. Bransford's work on the mission field as a career medical missionary began with surgery appointments in the Dominican Republic of Congo and the Comoro Islands. From 1978 to 1998, they served at Kijabe Hospital in Kenya, and Richard even worked as the acting executive director for a period of time. While they served in Kijabe, Millie used her skills in math to work as a mathematics teacher, in addition to teaching Bible and French at several different national schools in Kenya. In 1998, Dick and Millie helped found Bethany Crippled Children's Center in Kijabe. He held several different positions with this new program, including medical director, program director, and pediatric rehabilitation surgeon. Fueled by a desire to improve the lives of African children through surgical intervention, they went on to co-found Bethany Relief and Rehabilitation International, now known as Bethany Kids, in 2001. Bethany Kids seeks to transform the lives of African children with surgical conditions and disabilities through pediatric surgery, rehabilitation, public education, spiritual ministry, and training health professionals. Today, it now assumes responsibility for all children's services at Kijabe Hospital and is the only accredited training center in East Africa for pediatric surgeons. Their focus on caring for the underserved became the defining theme of their entire career as medical missionaries. In 2010, Dick was awarded AMA's Dr. Nathan Davis International Award in Medicine and the ACS Surgical Humanitarian Award. Today, Dick and Millie continue to follow God's path as they travel throughout locations in Africa, spreading both compassionate care and the gospel throughout their journey. To this day, Richard still continues to serve as a consultant to several hospitals throughout Africa. When discussing the organizations he has worked with or supported over the years, Dr. Bransford said, "Each was birthed with a view to glorify God, and most through the compassionate care of children and their families. Each has borne fruit for eternity. I have no doubt that each was placed in God's hands, and each was guided carefully by Him." Dick and Millie have 7 children, including 2 they adopted while living in Kenya, and 17 grandchildren. In recognition of their lives focused on traveling in the footsteps of Christ with undaunted courage to serve the underserved, CMDA proudly presents the 2013 Servant of Christ Award to Dr. Richard and Mrs. Millie Bransford.